Well, as you can see, the work has started on this car. And from most of this investigation so far into it, looks like we gotta replace the front bumper. Waiting on confirmation, but I'm pretty sure we'll have to change out that sway bar. I'm pretty sure it's bent. Let's go around to the rear of the car here. Still looking it over while I'm trying to show you guys all the damage. The preliminary investigation. We got this the steel rear bumper that will need to be replaced. You can see all the tin is out. The rear bumper's off. It's over there, and that's where most of the tin is. Most of that we're hoping to bang back out flat. Same with this quarter panel. We're going to hopefully be able to bang out flat to salvage it. Outside of that, I did want to check in over there to see if there's a bend, because it looks like, I don't recall the cowling being up as high as it is. You can see most of this here we can probably bang out too. You can see the cowling's up here a little bit, but which I don't think. No, it was not that high before, so my guess is when the car hit the wall, it probably drove this tire back into the firewall. Yes. There's definitely damage to the firewall, which explains why the cowling and the door are both dented. But for the most part, the frame looks like it's still straight. Both clips look straight. So we're going to try to piece this thing back together, get it looking as presentable as possible, and then you'll see it again. For you, it'll be all within the same video. For me, it could be within a few weeks. So I gotta find somebody to build the bumpers for me. And then we gotta start banging out the sheet metal and then put her back together. But I think we got away with one for the most part, with just mostly cosmetic damage on that hit. Which I'm very thankful for right now. Because if it came to having to clip and having to do both clips, there's no way I could afford to do both, I can guarantee that. I could have probably afforded to do one, maybe, but I would have struggled to afford that. Waiting to see if we need to replace the rad as well as you can see the air dam here. There was another part to it, which is actually over there, which was right in front of the whole rad. So there's no airflow getting through to the rad towards the end of that race. But outside of that, I think we got away with one. So hopefully we'll be off for a few weeks, but probably not as long as I was fearing. So now I'm going to investigate that firewall damage, and then we'll start the work later on. For you guys, you'll probably, I don't know if I'll just show the finished product or if I'll update the video as we go along here, but this is just the beginning of the new video. And you will at the end be able to see the finished product of how we got it repaired, but it's looking like we will be able to continue to race this season. As like I said, I don't think I could have afforded both clips. I could have probably barely afforded to do one clip. So right now, that's the good news. So we'll be back when a little bit later on in the progress with an update, all within the same video. Well, I know I said earlier in this video that we were going to be back probably with the finished product, but with the fact that we were supposed to be racing, well, scheduled to race tomorrow, figured that we'd come up with the update and mention that we will not be racing, as you can see, the car is still not fully back together, but we do have our bumper bars. That silver one is the new one. Black one, as you can see, is the old mangled one. So it's just about mocked up, ready to go. Just need to cut it down to size. Same thing, and that's a backup just in case this happens again. See, we've got some work done on the tin up the front here. We got rid of the gap in here. Everything we have determined is straight outside of the bumper, so in that sense, everything's fairly good. Well, I'll go to the rear. You can see we did get some of the dent out here in this rear corner. Most of the tins ended up underneath the car. But see, majority of the tin, even though some of it is a little torn, you can tell most of it was involved in the accident, but most of that has been fixed up now. We're just working on getting the rear bumper fixed up, where this is what this other side should look like, what this side should look like. But as you can see, this was munched right back. I'm hoping, because I have to work tomorrow as well, that I might be able to borrow my work's porter power. I'm pretty sure we have one at my work, and finish getting this back into position, and then I'll have to weld it up. The rear bar, I'm gonna have to weld it up, mock it up, and on the actual car itself, because as you can see, it's a little different than the old bar, because it's actually in one piece. But the guy that did it mocked it up right to the rear bumper, so he had bumper covers, did the bumpers to them, so they should be formed nicely. And hopefully we'll be out for our next scheduled date. We will add another race at some point in the season to make up for the one that we are missing. I just thought with us scheduled to race this weekend, I would put out this quick video stating the fact that we're not going to be racing and show the progress on the car so far. But the main thing is both clips were straight. I've got to go over the setup because it's been knocked out, but it seems like the toe was actually fine. But I don't have proper toe plates, so I would just kind of use the string method to try to figure that out. Outside of that, we've fixed that up a little bit. I have to remove that, so what I'm going to have to do up here is grind this down a little bit so I can retack this so that, whoops, there we go. Grind this down in here so that I can push this back and tack it back solid so it's not moving around, because the one hook, which is over here right now, actually I think it fell down, was right here for the hood, so you can actually see the bolt holes where it was bolted to. It's similar to that one there, bolted on there. So, and outside of that, hit like, subscribe. Once again, it will help this channel out. Don't forget to also go visit some of our partners and our sponsors, especially if you're in the areas that they reside in, as they'll do that, and us a real big benefit. Outside of that, thank you for watching, and hopefully in 2 weeks when I do this kind of video again, it will be us actually getting ready to go racing. Alright, until then, see ya.